continuing the life of Jesus of Nazareth, spiritually given by his Spirit through L.M. Arnold, of Poughkeepsie, New York, describing his essence, his oneness with God, and his oneness with brethren, his relationship to the world, and his relationship to man. And I was raised in a church that your thoughts and your feelings, explain the whole thing. What they're told, how you're told to direct that and consider your thoughts and feelings when going over spiritual things like God himself is speaking to you. Addressed to the reader in behalf of the medium. In this book, I'm performing what I led my medium to expect would be done in a different way. I'm leading you, O reader, to read other books which contain important revelations and which cannot fail to be great helps to you in progressing toward union and harmony with God. If you read them diligently and attentively, not as if it were a task, or as if they were novels to be skimmed to collect the cream, but as studies to be understood by reiterated perusals and long-continued reflection. By them you will find all things explained, all contradictions made clear and accordant, all doubts removed, all painful apprehensions dissolved. By them you will find the good of former systems sustained, the evil discontenanced, and the error detected. Lay hold then upon truth. This medium has been led to undertake this work, not from any desire on his part to write, or to know its declarations. He had little or no curiosity respecting its subject, but he was willing to be used, and felt that he owed to me much time. For I had assisted him to save from sleep some 3 or 4 hours of each 24, and looking upon this as peculiarly at my service, desired to devote it to me, our God, and so offered an acceptable sacrifice of his first fruits of leisure. Early rising has given him some hours and half-hours, some before wasted moments, which he has been gratified to have me accept and dictate in them through the process described in the second series of the history and of the origin of all things, whatever it pleased me to convey. To do this, he sacrificed his will and gave up his personal gratifications of indulgence in bed, to him very tempting, and before my influence with him was established, irresistible. I mention these things to show you that he has not sought to influence me, or to affect in any way by his desire the course of my free communications. Few mediums are passive. Most desire to fulfill their own plans, and generally obtain their wish or a semblance of it. Careful training and watching, dutiful submission and obedience, a perfect sacrifice of will is necessary on the part of those who would do God's will and become his servants, accepted for a special work or mission. Be then willing to give him credit for sincerity, and you will be obliged to admit he has been favorably situated for reception of truth. Give him credit for honesty, and you must admit he could not well have been deceived. The origin of all things had a supposed revelation version, so consider the impact on that. But you will say, how can I believe you are the personage you profess to be? You neither manifest it by superiority of dictation or eloquence of style, by unanswerable logic or unexpected proofs. You do not work miracles through him, or in any way mark him as a remarkable man. But I do declare myself to be the Lord and Savior of men, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the Alpha and Omega, the A and the Z, the high and holy Son of God, the only begotten Son of God after the flesh, and the high and mighty ruler of earth and heaven, the Lord of all and the King of kings. But again you say, how shall I believe you without a sign? How shall I trust you without proof? How shall I be satisfied with you unless you will deign to show forth your glory like lightning shining from the east, even unto the west, and dazzling with a blinding effulgence the eyes of mankind, as Paul was cast to the ground and blinded long, long ago? Let us pause for a moment and reflect. Well, sort of a jumble of Christian doctrine and what the Bible actually has Jesus say of himself. Reflect, for that is what I want you to do continually as you read, for in many of my phrases you will see no merit and only discord or darkness till you read and reflect and reread. Then you will find them lucid and full of meaning. Walk humbly then, and do not ask me to work miracles to save you from errors you do not want to surrender, but yield your will to mine so far as to desire truth. The acquisition of truth is the first selfish desire